Eccomi qua ragazzi, guardate che coreografia che ho preparato, Che dite? Ma che roba, mamma mia, con i colori ufficiali della nazionale di G66. No, perché tra l'altro ragazzi ve lo dico che so che c'è c'è in discussione qualcosa, una legge, non so che cosa, che gli influencer non ci può essere più la pubblicità occulta, quindi quale migliore occasione per mettere i loghi dappertutto. Quindi per chi non l'avesse capito, questa è chiaramente una trasmissione che dobbiamo, nel senso che ringrazio G66 per la collaborazione e per la possibilità di darmi tutto il materiale che mi serve per fare queste demo, queste live, e soprattutto darvi di queste anticipazioni, perché credo che questo sia uno dei primi FM3 turbo che ci sono. Eccolo qui, l'ho messo qua, che ci sono in circolazione, comunque è in consegna, sarà in consegna per i prossimi giorni, quindi chi è in waitlist potrà sicuramente beneficiare del nuovo FM3 a breve. Ecco, si tratta proprio di pochi giorni, quindi credo inizi di agosto, seconda settimana di agosto, ecco, giusto per dare. Saluto tutti, vedo che siete già belli numerosi ragazzi, ci vedo pochissimo stasera, cioè la vista mi si è abbassata clamorosamente, spero metto questi occhiali di fortuna che mi sembra di essere, non so, quindi saluto tutto. Matteo Cocianci, ciao. Raiko Ketchum, hi guys, welcome into my studio. Thanks to G66. This section of Fractal News is English or Italian. It's up to you. I can speak in English bad, I can speak in English, speak in Italian, as you prefer. You can put your question in every language, only English and Italian, not German, not French, not Swahili, and so on. Sorry for this. I will try to answer you to any question, but maybe in the future I will do separate section Italian and English. Quindi sto pensando a questo format nuovo che si chiama Fractal News. Vedete che sono tutti format nuovi, colori nuovi, cose nuove. Proprio per trattare degli argomenti specifici ogni volta e che siano anche abbastanza cadenzati. E questo Fractal News vuole avere l'intento di darvi un po' le novità. So this is a new format for me. It is a Fractal News that the intention is to give you some update and answer to your questions. English or Italian, as I told you, and give you all information and all anticipation about the news, about some tricks, tips and tricks, question, answer, as you prefer. So, ok, i miei amici italiani mi perdoneranno se ogni tanto switch in inglese. Però insomma, se avete problemi voi scrivete pure. So I will try to alternate Italian and English, so be patient. Maybe in the future I will divide this format in English or Italian. Okay, so but please put your question, your comment, your ideas regarding this format. Okay, bene. I need my glasses because I have a problem with my view. Ok, bene. Allora, let me read the chat. Ok, I invite you all together to come into YouTube channel or G66 channel or my channel, because the quality of the audio and video are better, and also you can easily participate in the chat, and you can see all together in the same overview. Ok, ciao Gianfranco, I say ciao to all my friends. Cheers from Texas. So guys from USA, I'm very happy to have you here. Let me know, this time is okay for you if I make live stream, because I'm in Italy now is let's say 9:30 p.m. I don't know if it is also good in USA this time, because I please answer me back. Thank you so much. Ok, Paolo Cazzola, la sedura. Ciao, perfetto, benissimo. Ciao Marco Cereda. Carlo Salazar from Chicago. Wow. Dennis Crotti, English please. Okay, English. So I will try to speak in English and Italian. So, ciao Vincenzo. It is a challenge, but we will do. Andrea praticò. Well, looks Raicho Ketchum. Well, looks like I'm not going to be able to understand this one. No. Raicho, I will try to speak in English. My intention was to speak in Italian, but because it depends how many non-Italian people are in the live stream. Okay, Andrea praticò. Will we get any Red 7 amps in the Fractal? I don't know, Carlo Salazar. I don't know. I have not such infos. Ciao Marco Dall'Acqua, buonasera a tutti. Mozak, Riccardo Dallago, Spanish. Spanish. También. Maybe you can understand Italian. I don't know how much, but because some people believe that Italian and Spanish are similar, but this is not true. Okay, there are some common words, and it's much easy to understand the words itself, but the meaning of the word is not so easy. Ok. Renzo Saltarello, ciao Renzo, vieni su YouTube. Alessio Serra, ciao a tutti. Ciao Emiliano Di Sanza, ciao. Raicho Ketchum, English would be great for me. My Italian is pretty much on non-existent. Ok, so Umberto Giacopuzzi, ciao Marco, ciao a tutti. Please English. Oh, how many people people that want English? I'm in Germany. Time zone works for me. Okay, I believe you that. Okay, it is the same. It's 2:30. Okay, Carlos Salazar. So 2:30 maybe is nice. I don't know if you are working or not. Come si chiama la scimmia in spagnolo? Monkey. No, in spagnolo no, sorry. What is the name of the monkey in Spanish? I was in Mexico in June, but talking Italian, they didn't understand me much. Absolutely. If you speak Italian to Spanish guy, it's not so easy to understand. Hablamos español. Bene, well guys, thank you so much. So I will continue in English because there are so many not Italian friends here, and please, for my Italian friends, if you don't understand, okay, you can ask me again, and I will explain in Italian. So I will also try to speak both. Max Bianchi. So first of all, please come to the YouTube channel, to G66 YouTube channel or Marco Fanton YouTube channel, because the quality of the audio and video is much better, and also the chat is much better to see together and to participate together. So the intention of this format. Saluto da Lecce, Francesco Palazzo, ciao. So the intention of this format is to give you some updates, anticipations, and so on about the latest news from Fractal. Ok, so l'intento di questo format, Fractal News, è proprio quello di darvi delle anticipazioni, dei trucchi, di rispondere alle domande e soprattutto rispondere alle domande. So the most important intention to me is to answer to your questions. Ok, Dario Ferro. Bene, molto bene. So, the newest from Fractal is the new FM3 Mark II Turbo. It is, okay, here it is. This is the new Mark II. You can see here the difference. Mark II Turbo. Why Turbo version? Perché la versione turbo, guys? Why? Because This version has a new processor, let's say 10-11% more than the previous one. In terms of CPU power, means that the old version has a 450 megahertz clock of the CPU, and the new one has the 500 megahertz CPU. That means 10-11% more power. Okay, I will show you later on. The power doesn't mean that this percentage you can see in the same amount in the CPU power consumption. Is not just the same, because you have to consider many things on the computation of the CPU. I speak in Italian. Ragazzi, allora, il nuovo FM3 Mark II Turbo diciamo, al processore da 500 MHz anziché avere quello da 450 MHz, quindi si traduce in circa l'11% di potenza in più, ma questo non vuol dire, ecco, come vedremo dopo, vi farò vedere la differenza tra i due, non vuol dire che voi avete un risparmio sempre netto del 10% sulla CPU dei preset, perché ci sono diverse cose da considerare e quindi il risparmio è leggermente inferiore, perché poi lo zoccolo della CPU, comunque diciamo i consumi per le informazioni di base sono sempre gli stessi, ecco, quindi in realtà non è proprio un 10% netto, è qualcosa di meno, comunque importante. Ok, so the most important information is the more power, about 10% more, and this is very nice for me, larger LCD display. As you can see here, the displays are much are larger than like the new pedalboard FC6 and FC12. Okay, this is the new standard. To me, it is a big advantage because I am old and difficult to see the name of the preset, and these new displays are very helpful for me. Quindi ragazzi, abbiamo i nuovi display più grandi rispetto a quelli precedenti, insomma, per chi ha difficoltà di vista come me non è effettivamente male. Non è che quelli di prima non si vedessero, assolutamente, erano più che sufficienti, però averli più larghi è sicuramente una grande cosa. What is your favorite Fractal product? All together, because I have all product. I have FM3 standard, FM3 Mark II, FM9 standard, FM9 Turbo, XFX3 Mark II Turbo, the X-Load, and all FC. Okay, guys, many Fractal products. To me, all products are excellent products to me. Ok, ciao Enrico. Molto bene, ok. I would like to give you some hints regarding the technologies. By the time the electronic components as let's say a discontinuation means that you have a new product with more power, same price, or sometimes less price. This is absolutely normal, guys. This is absolutely normal. And Fractal take this advantage to offer you the same product, okay, the same price with more performances, just because in the market can get new components. Nothing new. You can see this on every kind of electronic device in the world. This is absolutely normal, because I heard some rumors regarding this and that is not correct. Guys, it is the same like the PC, smartphone, tablet, and etc. Also the cars. I remember in 2009 I bought the iMac, the 24-inch iMac, and 2-3 months later will go out. Was in the market the newest version. So for 3 months I lose the new version. Okay, that's so cool. I'm still using that iMac from the past. So this is absolutely normal. If you have questions regarding this, please put your question in the chat. Okay, Ragazzi, lo dico in italiano, la tecnologia si evolve, molto spesso si capita di avere componenti elettronici che hanno un costo simile, se non ancora addirittura inferiore, e offrono prestazioni maggiori. Prestazioni che tra l'altro vuol dire, adesso non l'ho detto in inglese ma lo dico in italiano, vuol dire anche minor consumo termico, ok? Maggiore efficienza dal punto di vista termico, perché quella è una cosa estremamente importante. E quindi vuol dire che Fractal, come tantissimi altri costruttori di sistemi, prende questi componenti e li inserisce cioè fa un piano, chiaramente fa un piano di vita del prodotto, poi dopodiché cambia il prodotto con uno nuovo. Questo è assolutamente normale, lo trovate su qualsiasi dispositivo elettronico, PC, smartphone, tablet, anche automobili, non solo elettronico, eccetera eccetera. È normale. Se avete visto, per un bel po' di tempo FM3 non era più disponibile a stock, ok, proprio perché c'è stato questo cambio generazionale. Non c'è nulla di nuovo. Vi piace questa cosa? Non vi piace? Non siete d'accordo? È un dato di fatto, ragazzi, non si può fare niente. Ok? Molto bene. Let me read the chat. Are you showing us some comparison between patches? Yes, exactly, Federico Pari. This is my intention. I will show you what does mean to have the same presets on FM3 standard, the old version, and the new FM3 Turbo, to see the comparison between the two units. Axe FX3 Mimic Turbo 4 bass. Oh, very very nice. That's possible. Also for voice. Why not? Also for keyboards. Dario Ferro, sarà una serata mista, perché ci sono tantissime persone diciamo che non sono italiane, quindi cercherò di rispondere sia in inglese che in italiano. Sarà un po' challenge, sarà un po' una sfida, ma vediamo di farla. Ok, perfetto, perfetto. This is another question. Hello, why do you prefer amp simulator to real amps? It is a huge question. Really, really huge questions. To me, it is a big advantage to have the possibility to have in Fractal there are more than 300 amplifiers to combine together. It is like to have a recording studio with all devices, and they can combine easily, fastly, and to get a really, really nice sound. And also for live gig is really, really comfortable, because I can connect my device directly to the FOH, to the mixer, and to have the same sound that I can create at my home. No microphone, no noise, no problems, no wiring problems, and so on. And also there are some places where you cannot have really loud volume on the stage, and the digital amp simulator are much more usable in that case. Okay. But the concept itself is absolutely the same. So don't forget that the concept is the same, except, and this is the main problem, the fact that what you hear from the modeler is not the amp in the room, but is the amp mic'd with a microphone and through the preamplifier, and then on your monitor. You cannot compare the sound you have from the amp in the room with the sound you have from the modeler in the headphone or the monitor, and so on. Okay. FM9 Turbo user Carlos. Ok, grazie mille. Comunque non è male farla in inglese, perché ripassiamo un po' la lingua ed è come se fosse una mini lezione in inglese. Thank you, Marco. Lucio. Sì, my English is really basic, guys, so I think that basic and bad. So I think that for the people, for Italian people, it should be easy to understand me, and it is a good, how can I say it, a good deal to help everybody from this for this news. Ok, in studio li usi l'FR per non avere nostalgia della botta. Okay, the question is if I use in studio. Yes, I have an FR amp, my MF10 amp. Yes, because I wanted to test my sound not only on the headphone, not only with the monitor, but also with the FR speaker that I use on stage. Okay, I like to have a wall of sound. In any case, also with digital modeler. Ok. Ok. Edoardo Ceccarini, Marco, buonasera, non ho ancora iniziato a vedere Fractal School, può essere utile anche se non si possiede quel genere di strumentazione. Ok, the question of Edoardo is I on my YouTube channel for the subscriber, okay. For the member, if you sign a advanced membership, you have a possibility to access to my Fractal School. Now is in Italian, but I'm thinking about to make in English. I don't know if it could be helpful or not. Fractal School cover all arguments of Fractal, but in terms of delay, chorus, and block, and go in the deep of any block, the editor, and so on. There are 12 lessons of more or less 1 hour and a half available on a playlist. Okay, and this is reserved for the advanced membership. I have 4 levels of membership. One is the basic, sostenitore, the advanced, premium, and top fan. Okay, and also with the membership, I share some patch monthly, and you have also possibility to have a discount to buy the patches to my store, from 30% to 70% for the top fan. Okay. Your English is good enough. Thank you so much, Dennis Crotti. Where are you from? I have heard way worse English. Thank you so much, guys. Ok. Che differenze ci sono in termini di qualità, frequenza, volume tra MF10 e MF10 Promo? Ok, Mario, ti chiedo, allora questa sera cerchiamo di parlare di Fractal. Siccome farò anche delle trasmissioni sulle casse, dedicherò proprio questi format a parlare argomento per argomento, quindi vi chiedo la cortesia di rimanere sull'argomento Fractal, in particolare domande sull'FM3 eccetera eccetera. Ok, va bene, grazie. So the questions regarding the FR speakers, but in this session I would like that we stay together in the same argue. Okay, not off topic, otherwise it's difficult to go to reach the end of the session. So please stay, and in the comment, of course, you can suggest me what do you think, what do you prefer, if you have some suggestion regarding new arguments and so on, if you like this format. Okay, thank you so much. Well, let's I have some very, very important hints regarding the newest from Fractal, because some people ask me where I can download the firmware beta. I download the firmware beta and install it, and doesn't work because this and that and so on. Many problems. So first of all, where you can download the firmware, and this is really important. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, just a moment. One important website, it is the G66 website. I would like also to put, let me check if I'm able. Yeah, you have also the possibility to scan the QR code. So the new technology is amazing, guys, so I can do everything. I'm really happy for this. So okay, this is the QR code. If you are, because many people watch are watching the YouTube on the TV, and to reach the information, you can scan with your iPhone or tablet and get the website. So first of all, I remember that g66.eu website, you can find a lot of videos, also my videos, some tutorial from the great Leon Todd or Burns or John Cordy. Now there is a new Fractal session with the amazing David Townsend, my idol. My presentation of FM3 MK2 Turbo, my presentation about the MF10 speakers cabinet, and my Fractal School. You can find a lot of information. Of course, the shop, any products, the artist preset, and also don't forget the MF presets. So there are a bunch of my free presets you can download, install, and use immediately. Okay, there are also the related video, and you can try all the preset. And of course, you can reach my store. Okay, not from here. Okay, my store is on different address. I will give you in the description. Okay, and also the support. This is really important. The support section will show you, for example, support. You can download the firmware, but remember. In the support, you can find only the official firmware, not beta version. Okay? So, if you visit the G66 YouTube channel or Fractal Audio YouTube channel, you can find only official firmware version. Okay, well, if you need the beta version, and if you wanted to see the latest news from Fractal, I strongly recommend to visit the Fractal Audio Forum. Okay, and this is the Fractal Audio Forum. I will share with you also with the QR code. Also, the QR code here. I can also put the QR code. The Fractal Audio Forum, it is really important, guys. Really important, because you have the newest, the latest news from Fractal. There's also an interaction directly with Cliff Chase, with Matt Piccone, and many guys of Fractal team. Okay, so this is really important. What you can find in the Fractal forum is the news, README, tech notes, the session dedicated to the XFX3, dedicated to FM9, and from FM3. If you click on the FM3 discussion, okay, now you can see here typically the news on the top regards the firmware 7 beta 3. Okay, if you click here, so you can find different links, and it is really strongly important to read all what is written in the forum. Don't skip any passage, otherwise you cannot install nothing. So, first of all, you have to be aware that when you install a beta version, it is your own risk, because beta means beta, is not official version. Beta can contain some bugs, some problems, okay? Typically the step is here. So there are beta tests. The beta testers start to analyze the first beta version, the very new beta version, not public beta version. We start to evaluate, to check the major bugs. When the situation is more or less very good, Fractal published the version for together, for all the people. in the forum. So you can download, you can try it, but you have to be aware that this is a beta version and something can occur. Don't install the beta version, okay, if you have live gigs, if you have recording section, and if you can have a problem if the unit stop to work. I'm using Fractal since 6 years. I never had any problem with the beta version also on stage, but don't consider this as the real truth. But okay, you have to be aware that okay, it is your risk to use the beta version. Okay. So let me check if there are some questions regarding this. Ora che mi sono deciso di passare a FM3, FM9, credo che vendere FM3 usata, anche se ha 5 mesi di vita, sarà più difficile, avrà perso. No, assolutamente, Dario Ferro. Su questa cosa qui, the questions regarding the values of the old FM3, I don't believe, because if you go to the Italian mercatino, you don't find so many FM3 on sale, and I think that the value will be more or less the same. Believe me, I will check, but believe me that the value more or less should stay. Okay, what are your favorite impulse responses? The Dynacab, the new Dynacab, I will show you later on. No, non sono assolutamente d'accordo, Federico. Non ci sarà un deprezzamento della versione, forse magari 50 euro, ma perché guardate, l'FM3 usato costa a volte quasi come poco meno del nuovo, quindi non c'è nessun oggetto nel mercatino che tiene il valore così alto come un modeler, soprattutto se è Fractal, quindi quello non è proprio il problema. Poi non è che dovete comprare l'FM3 e rivenderlo dopo 5 minuti, ok? E soprattutto non ha senso francamente vendere l'FM3 standard per andare sull'FM3 Turbo. Adesso ve lo faccio vedere, a meno che, cioè, l'unico senso sono i display grandi, ma a livello di potenza sì, è un po' più potente, ma non è che non si sopravvive. I will translate in English. The question is regarding the price of FM3, of the old one FM3. Because now there is a new FM3 Turbo and some people are worried about to sell the FM3 standard. Why? First of all, I can see in the marketplace there are very few FM3 on sale. So the value itself of the FM3, used FM3, is pretty high. I can say that now the value of the digital modeler are really, really high, also in the used market. Okay, especially for Fractal. So you can compare a guitar, amplifier, some other object. You don't find any object that keep the value for the user like the digital modeler, especially Fractal. The difference between the new and the used version are really, really small. So, and second step, to me, makes no sense to sell the FM3 old to buy the new one. Okay, I will show you what is the difference. There is a difference, but it's not so big. If you want to make a change, I suggest you to change to FM9 or XFX3. Change from the old one to the new one is up to you, of course, you can do, but it is not mandatory. Okay, this is the message I can give you. Okay, if in any case, if you sell the old FM3, I strongly believe that it doesn't lose too much the price compared that some month ago. Well, let me know what do you think about, but this is my personal opinion, of course. I don't want to say, if you have other idea, you are absolutely welcome, but from my point of view, I still have my FM3. I still, for example, I am still using FM9 standard, not FM9 turbo, because if I need that, I use that. It makes no sense to use more. Yes, maybe if you have complex patches and so on, but it depends what do you really need. If you like, the real truth is this, guys. If you like to play like a toy, with a toy, okay, you want to change every hour. But if you need to play music, guys, if you have a unit, stay with that until you have new needs. If you want to change because it is a fashion, okay, it is you like to say to your friends, I have the newest version, yeah, I have the new iPhone, I have the new iMac, and so on. There are billions of people that like this philosophy. I am not against that, absolutely. But okay, if you play guitar, if you play in a band and you have great sound with FM3, FM9, XFX3 and so on, there are still a lot of professional musicians that are still using XFX2 or IX8. Because if you are a professional, you have your sound. That's it. If by the time you have some needs, you want to try some new effects and so on, you have a need and you want to buy a new one. Okay. But in any case, remember, this unit has a big value itself. So you put in the market any Fractal unit. First of all, you can sold it immediately and you can save a lot of money because the price remain really high. I don't know, maybe Rolex watch or something like luxury brands object has increased the value, or the very vintage guitar like Gibson or Fender Stratocaster. It is more or less the same. Some people are afraid that the technology, the electronic technology, lose the value by the time. I don't believe, absolutely. Okay. Thank you for subscribing, Stefano Vantuno. Okay, in Germany, with the value of the normal FM3 dropped around 100, 200 before the release of the turbo, user price was about now must go, want to pay this. Bah, maybe, but I don't know if people want to sell FM3 old to buy the FM3 new. I don't know, but could be. It's absolutely up to you. Okay, guys. C'è una versione altra, non c'è che esatto, sono d'accordo con Federico Pari. A parte gli scherzi, non credo poi ci sono macchine che danno una versione all'altra non che stravolgono la vita. Sono assolutamente d'accordo. Honestly, don't think we'll have the need to upgrade my FX3 for the next 10 years at least. My XFX2 latest about 10 years and still get the units. Okay, Raicho Ketchum is exactly what I did before. DAT, there is a used version here in British Columbia, Canada for 100, 2000. Yes, okay. But if you the starting price is very close. Consider what it is the used price for a guitar or from iPhone, for example. The dropped value is pretty huge. Okay, guys, I'm thinking about I think of the FM9 turbo as well, DAT. Okay. When I record at home, I like double tracking with 2 tones. Can do live. I think I can set up for different. Oh, but okay. There is some. This is very complex questions. The using of double amp is especially to have clean different sounds together. But of course, it is a big advantage, of course. But I use both FM3, FM9, and XFX3 depends. On live gig, I use FM3 and FM9 typically, and I have no problem for my needs. I have two bands. One is Toto tribute and one is Dire Straits tribute, and with both band I can use even FM3 and FM9 for my needs without any problem. I will show you some very complex patch. Okay. This is another interesting questions from Piero Lamandini. How long time is necessary from the beta version to the official version? There is no question. There is no answer to this. Typically, could be 1, 2, 3. The range is weeks. I can say weeks, not month. Okay. Why is not possible? Because the beta version, as I told you, start with the new version, beta. Beta is only for beta tester. Then beta testers say, okay, we can publish the beta version for the users, for the public users. Okay. And this is very good advantage, very big advantage, because there are many people that can test the public beta version and give the feedback to correct any bugs. It's much more fast and easy. Typically, okay, if there are no many problems, after 2-3 weeks, maximum 1 month, not more, I never seen more than 1 month, will be available the official version. And of course, official version doesn't mean that it is a bug-free version, because by the time could occur that some particular configuration and so on. So this is the reason that there is the version 7, for example, will be 7.01, 02, and so on. Typically, there is a major version. It is the main number, 7, 8, 9, and so on. Dot, the first digit is okay, version, for example, new amps and so on. The second digit is bug fix. Okay. Okay, cool. What do you live? I might try it. Thanks. Okay. Got for the FM2. It is the best things I ever used. I had the FM3 for a year before, but I wanted to have double amps and more foot switch. But even with FM3, you could do very complex things. Absolutely. Mario Rutter, I agree with you. It really depends on the sounds you need, like Marco said. Thank you so much. Corrado Tuminia. In the USA, looking at the reverb, the price is still high. But here you have to consider that you have to add taxes on the retail price. The core value are the algorithm. Exactly. Any country has its own tax regulations and so on and so on and so on. Okay. So let's see some difference between the standard version and so on. So I will share the my screen. Okay. This is the editor with this patch. This is my last patch, MF Blue Din. This means Dynacab, Blue Din. Okay, as you can see here, the power of the CPU is about 69-70%. Okay, now I have a standard FM3 connected, and I can show you the same patch and the consumption impact. Okay, so remember we are 69.7. So there is a small oscillation regarding this. Okay, so I switch to the other FM3 connected to the USB. Show available device. It is the second one. It is connect, and you can see here the CPU consumption is about 76-77. So the difference is in the range of 7-8%. And this is what I mean before. So it's not the clock of the CPU is 11% more, but at the end, and this is strongly depend of the patch itself, because the impact of any block could be different from another patch. Okay, but 7-8% more means a lot to me, because I can use, for example, high definition reverbs, some algorithms, especially the plex. I use a lot of plex verb and so on, and I like to have more effects on my patch. For example, on this patch I add the compressor, for example, I will show you. Let me check. Compressor 80%, okay, and if I want to use echo density to 8, I have the message CPU limit exceeded, for example, only because I use the compressor and I use the full resolution of the reverb. Okay, echo density have a big impact on the CPU consumption. This is the trick that I suggest you to the FM3 user to save some CPUs. Okay, because you don't need so high quality reverb quality, especially on live gigs. Okay, on studio, okay, but for live gigs, to put the 4 echo density is okay. So if I switch on the FM3 Turbo, okay, is this one. I can add the compressor in the same way, and also I can switch to 8, and I am below the 80%. This is, to me, this is really important, guys. Okay, you don't exceed the maximum powerful of the CPU. Okay. And the usability of the turbo, it's absolutely up to you. Of course, if your CPU, if your rigs works around 80% constantly, 80, 82, 83, 84, and you need more, could be a chance to switch to FM3 Turbo. It's only in that case. But if your average preset works around 70, 69, 65, makes no sense. It's absolutely up to you. I would like to know what is your opinion regarding this. If you think that it is good to have more CPU power now. I explain on my tutorial many tricks to save the CPU, because, guys, it is really important when you create your rigs to use the brain and to compose the rigs in the proper way, because if you use the unit in the wrong way, you reach the limit soon and fast. If you use the unit smartly, you can save a lot of powerful and stay and get a very, very good result. So, for example, I would like to show what you can do with this system, with this new guitar from Marconi Lab. Let me switch off the music. Okay. So I think that such a shimmer effect you can see here is really difficult to get on a for the same modeler at the same level, price level, and you can get a lot with this unit. Okay, I'm at 80% of the CPU, but I have the Econos Shimmer, for example. I have a Chorus, the 4-voice analog that has much more power consumption. If I switch to the analog stereo, you can see the less CPU power. So it's absolutely up to you what you can do, what do you really need, and there are a lot of smart way to program the Fractal unit in the proper way to save the resources and to get the best result. Okay, so let me check your questions. Really understands. Okay. In the US, Corrado, in the US, looking at the reverb, the price. Okay. Cool, Mario. I was trying for the FM9, but okay. Check the at GC. They still have some units. Yes, there are some B-stock maybe unit on GC6 website. Have you ever used a Matrix GT1000 and real cabs? I see a lot of users that using FRFR, but I come from old rack gear and I love the power cab setup. Carlos, I stopped to use any real amp since I started to use digital modeler on 2016. Now I use only digital modeler and FRFR cabinet and in-ear monitor. I cannot use anymore the standard guitar cabinet. I cannot use. I don't want to use because I'm not anymore confident with the sound of the real amp. I like to have stereo effects. To have the same sound with the real amp, I need a really huge rack, okay? 3 amp mode, lot of rack effects and so on. So in terms of cost, I have to spend more. In terms of space and weight, I have to use a lot, and my backbone thanks a lot to the digital modeler, because with a small boxes, black box, I can have all the things together. Absolutely. I never come back. Of course, it makes sense to stay with the standard guitar cabinets and power amp and so on. But okay, it's up to you. If you play on the big stage, maybe you can do this. When you play in a small stage or in the theater, for example, I'm playing a lot on a theater. Theater is impossible to use the 4x12 cabinet. Is really impossible. So digital modeler solve a lot of things regarding this. Mario Ruther, 7-8% are pretty much one block more or better reverb and so on. Exactly, Mario. This is the main reason of the utility, the usability of FM3 Turbo. It's not, let's say, it's not a small amount. It is, to me, it's quite big, because you can have more quality reverb and so some new effects and so on. It's not nothing, absolutely. Carlos uses the same FFR as the tops on the front of the house PA system, only so I can hear exactly what the audience is. Exactly, I totally agree with the DAT. The big advantages to use the FR speaker or use the linear monitor is that you have the same sound that the audience hear, and this is a big advantage, because many times some guitar players are convinced to have a great sound on the stage, but they don't know nothing about the sound that the audience hear. And this depends on the microphone, the position of the microphone, and many other things. So and for this reason, I take care much more of my audio feedback on the linear monitor, because I have to hear all the band together: keyboard, drum, vocal, bass, saxophone, and so on. Like I am on the backing track, exactly the same. With the amp, I cannot have the same effect. Marco, can I buy a used FM3 and connect them in line? Maybe it may be cheaper for me to get the second amp, more effects. I don't know. What do you mean? Connect the two Fractal unit in line is not. No, it's not possible, because from the routing itself, you lose the stereo effect. No, I'm not agreed. Switch to FM9, absolutely. To switch to FM9. Great preset, by the way, excellent playing. Thank you so much, Carlos. Persian Beelzebub. Hi, Persian Beelzebub. Hello, which amp are you using in the first scene? Greetings from Germany. Persian. Okay, this is my patch MF Blue Dyne. I'm using, I can show here. You can find this patch on my store. Okay, I'm using the Euro Blue Modern. Okay, with Dynacab. This is with the Dynacab. Citrus Dynacab. In this case, I love the Dynacab, but I have also make a new preset with the same concept. I have to update the actual. This is the actual MF Blow Dyne, but I have the new version. I will update very soon on my store. Okay. This is the clean. For example, in this case, I am using the same Euro Blue Modern amp. This I call a clean sound. It is a crunch sound because I simply raise down the volume. Sorry. This is my clean sound, let's say, but if I raise up the volume, so I use the same amp for, let's say, crunch, okay, rhythm part, crunch plus. On the lead I use the same amp with the drive. Channel. Practically, I never changed the amp. Okay, with this patch I can play any kind of music, guys. I use this for my Toto tribute, for the Dire Straits tribute, and so on. It is a smart mode to use the amp block. Ok, let me check some other questions. La sezione loop, se sì, quanto può registrare in termini di tempo? Sì, assolutamente. I don't remember, maybe 6 minutes. The loop works for 6 minutes, if I remember well. It's really long. So which FR do you recommend? I'm getting older and I'm serious planning to move 4x12 cabinet. Carlos Salazar, I have my FM3 MF10. I can show you again. You can check on the G66 YouTube channel. Let me check. Okay. Have a look on the red sound. The MF10 cabinet. This is my signature cabinet. I designed this cabinet with the red sound, and now it's distributed by G66 in Europe or Lion and Healy on US in the USA. I will put the link below in the description of the video later on. Okay. Love my FM Turbo just received. Break, very news. So you are. I am not the only one. Corrado, Tuminia. If you're already an FM3 owner, I think the upgrade doesn't work worth. If it doesn't fit your expectation, moving the FM9 sound much reasonable option. For new owner is different by the way that what tone. Okay, thank you so much. I'm totally agree with you, Corrado. I'm totally agree with you. Is that Econo Shimmer all stock settings except for level? Okay, we'll show you. I will show you. I use in parallel, as you can see. Just a moment. I share. Okay. To my browser because I see some issues. Just a moment. I have some time to refresh because in the latest time I have some problem with the streaming. Okay, sorry for that. I try to recover the chat. Okay, so I share my screen again. Sorry. Okay, the Econo Shimmer is. This is the level and nothing else, and the high cut. The high cut because otherwise there is it's too much sparkly. It's too much sparkling, so you decrease the high cut. Okay. Love my FM3 Turbo just received. Okay. Love my FM3. Any idea when the Dynacab-Update will be out of beta testing and ready for user FM3? I already answered to this question just 5 minutes ago. You have to wait that all bugs are fixed, and there is not possible to schedule the time when will be available, because if now there is a new bug and needs 1 week to fix, you have to wait 1 week. So I've seen this question many times, but if you are confident with the IT technology, information technology, you know that the bug fix are never finished. Even the official version, could have some bugs. So there is not an answer to that question, because depends how long time all the people all the software teams will able to fix, and to discover the bug fix is not easy, because now could be everything okay, and tomorrow someone can find a new bug and it takes 2 weeks to solve. Typically, when the beta version is out, the public beta version is out, I think it is it needs the unit is weeks, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks. I don't think more than 4 weeks. Okay, guys, I'm using the beta version also on live, and I haven't had any problem. Also, I'm really confident. Also because okay, I am also beta tester, and I received the first version and in the first version it's not possible to offer to the public version, because there are several bugs that can compromise also the live performances, and but usually the public beta version are, let's say, pretty reliable. Okay, but my recommendation is don't use the beta version for live gigs and for recording studio. You have to be sure, or if you have a spare, if you have two FM3 or you have a spare, you can install it, because I have a spare, I'm using, I have never had any problem. Okay, Van Allen vibes, thank you so much. Let me check if there are some other questions. Sorry, just logged, thanks for answering again. No problem, you are absolutely welcome. Reese Griffiths. Reese is correct, I don't know, sorry for my pronouns, my English is really bad, sorry for that. Firmware 5 for FM9 si sa già quando uscirà? Stessa risposta, Mario Nicchino. Il firmware 5 beta è già uscito. Also for FM9 the firmware 5 is out now. It is in the beta public version. That means that it takes I don't know, 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks, because all bugs has to discover, okay, and fix. And is possible to say a date, okay? I see that question quite often, but please be aware that in the software world, is impossible to fix a time. It's not like to build a house and you know how long time you need to put the bricks over and over to create the wall and so on. So you can estimate the time, because that is a fixed time. You cannot estimate the time to develop the software. It's really difficult. You can say months or years or weeks, but how long is pretty impossible. Okay? Claudio Pioli, questions. If I keep my profile from number 450 up, if I reinstall factory preset, I will lose my preset after number 450? No, because when you install the factory preset, you can install the bank. There are the memory of the Fractal are divided in different bank. Let me check if I'm able to show you. Okay. The bank is divided. You can see here when you open the Fractal bot and you go in the receive mode, okay, if you click on begin, you can decide to backup the preset from 0 to 127, from 128 to 255, and so on. So you can select which preset you backup and also which preset you download. So if you have a preset installed on the slot 450 and you install the factory preset, the factory preset start from 0 to 383, for example. Okay, from 384 there are the user presets. In any case, dear guys, dear friends, in any case, save your preset before do anything. An important thing is to install the beta version. Before to install, do a backup, entire backup of your system, because in case of problem, you can recover your first version without any problem. Please don't save your preset with the new version and then come back to the older one. Because if you save a preset with the version 5, for example, and you reinstall the version 4, you cannot read anymore the saved presets. And this is the reason why some people buy the preset from my store and say, I cannot install it, I see an empty preset. Yes, because you don't read the firmware version, and if you install the newest firmware version preset with the old firmware version, you cannot see nothing. It is an empty preset. Okay? This is quite normal. So if you install the new firmware, don't save, the best thing is, of course, the mandatory thing is you backup your entire the unit, inputs, responses, factory, the system settings, and also your preset. Then you can upgrade the firmware. You can do what you want. If you have a problem, you can recover easily your previous version, previous picture, let's say. Okay. What is really nice with I can show you some new feature. Sorry. I have to show you what is the newest version because not only FM3 Turbo is the new things, also the new firmware, and as I told you, the new firmware is available on the Fractal forum. Okay. And it is really important to follow any steps. So you have to download the version. In the download version, you will find some files, not a single file. Maybe I can show you just a moment. Okay, I can show you my screen. Can share my screen. Just a moment. Okay. Okay. So this is when you download the zip file, you explode the zip file, and you can find the PDF, the release notes. This is really important because you can find all release notes history and so on. So please read at least this page. With new and improved features, added the Dynacab cabinet modeling, the cabinet block now, and so, okay, fixes, new improvement, and so on. And this is really important because not only the Dynacab is available, but all other features are available. Then, when you install the firmware, you have to follow the README guide. This is really important to read because many people skip these passages and they have problem. Ensure the Fractal Boot is running the latest version, so you have to download the latest Fractal Boot version. There is also the link, and there are some steps you have to follow. Don't forget to execute one of these steps, because if you skip one, you cannot find the Dynacab and you have a problem. Dynacab there are two files. One is the firmware itself, and another file, it is the Dynacab, because Dynacab is new inputs responses, is a new file, and you have to install it. So please read the instruction before to install and follow all the steps. Ok? Faccio una sgasata potente con questa nuova Ferrari Marconi. Ok, adesso ve lo faccio. What is really nice on the new Dynacab, it is I can show you with these presets. You can select different kind of amp. I already done a tutorial on the Dynacab, so I don't want to spend a lot of time to this. Okay, you can select at the moment up to 31 or 35, I don't remember the exact name cabinet. So please go to I will put the link in the description. Go to my tutorial about the Dynacab, You can select, for example, recto slant cabinet. You can select different microphone, condenser microphone. Dynamic one is the typical SM57. Dynamic 2 is this microphone that I'm using, the SM7B, sure, and also the Ray-Ban microphone. It is the Royer 121. So you can select. My favorite is still dynamic one, but okay, typically it starts from this. And the sound is really harsh. Why? Because the microphone is just in front of the caps of the speaker. And in the real world, it has these sounds. It's different, completely different that working with the normal impulse response. You have to place your microphone with moving the spot, okay, in the proper position. For example, the sweet spot should be here for me. So you can hear the difference. Okay? Do you understand what is important to place the microphone in the proper position? Otherwise, you cannot use Dynacab. Dynacab are amazing. Amazing. Absolutely. But you have to know what you have to do. Absolutely. Okay. Hi, Marco. With Dynacab, 2 quick questions. Are you finding that you are using iCuts? Let me, highlight this one. Are you finding that you are using iCuts and not filter cool with them? How close they are typical place in the mic? I just show you how I can put typically I let the preamp. I let the low cut and high cut at the default version. No equalization, no room air, not a line, nothing. Only the position of the microphone. To me, the position of the microphone is the most important thing. Also, the high cut now is. You have to work with the spot. Okay. Really, really funny. Really, really funny and powerful. So, do you really miss dual amps in the FM3? I'm trying to decide between FM3, Dynacab-2 and FM9. The only, as I show you, in many patches, I don't change the amp. I use, let's say, the volume to have, for example, so I show my for example, this patch, the MF-RB, is also available on my. If you switch the amp, you have a really small gap. I don't feel this gap really hard to play, absolutely. Also because it is only from the clean sound and to the rhythm sound. If I switch to lead, there is no gap. Is not a big problem. Absolutely, I can use FM3 and FM9 without any problem. Okay, Team Wonderland. Thanks, Marco. Doggle. I never use dual amps in FM9. I don't really use a ton of effects. I could get by an FM3. Why not? Doggle. I am in Australia. Very hard to get anything Fractal. I have had FM9 on pre-order from Malaysia for nearly a year. No idea when they will get stock. I don't know. You have to report this to the Fractal Audio because I work with G66 is for the European distribution, and I'm not aware about Australian distribution. Sorry for this. Okay, I use my mate's FM3 standard pretty regularly. It sounds great. Exactly. The sound is the same. Even if you use FM3, FM9, or AXFX3, absolutely. The extra 10%, well, 11% will be very useful, and I like. The idea of bigger scribble strip. Yes, of course, exactly. It is, as you can see here. Just a moment. Okay. Oops, sorry. It is the mirroring camera. Just a moment. I have to switch. Okay, so the bigger LCD are really useful, of course. So to summarize, guys, please don't forget to visit the. I will show you again. Let me the time. So the G66 website, okay. The Fractal forum website. I also add the caption here. Okay. The Wiki Fractal is a really important also website where you can find anything about Fractal, and also please take note about Fractal Audio System Fractal Forum. This is a really important website. Okay, The Fractal forum, you find everything about Fractal, guys. So I can show you. Deck. So you can find any kind of information, the news. Okay. Let me put the QR code in the compact way. Okay. So you can find any news, tech notes, discussion about the FX3 with the new firmware, FM9 with the new firmware. Now we have the 5 public beta version. Okay, the FM9, the FM3 area where you can download the beta version and other sections. This is really, really important. Then another important then other important website, it is the audio wiki Fractal. Okay, and this is one. So you can find anything about Fractal, constantly updated. Okay. Well, let me check if there are some other questions. We can put also the chat and overlay. Due to the additional power, do you think they will remove some limitation regarding the number of blocks that you can add in the metrics? Example, one multi-delay on... No, I don't think so, Corrado. I don't think so, honestly. You have not so big amount of power more than previous version. 10% is good, but it's not a game changer, let's say. Let me put away. Okay. So, hi Marco, is there a way to boost dry USB DI signal going into the DAW channel 3/4 if reamping is on some like neural? If reamping on something like neural DSP. You mean the DI signal? I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it is possible to. Let me check. I don't know if you can. No, I have to use the glass. If you go to the setup. Did you try to increase the volume on the USB? Here you can tweak the USB output. If you have a problem, if you need to boost the signal of the dry signal on the USB for the reamping, try to do this. Okay. I've just ordered FM3 Turbo. Wow. Nice. Axzone. Is aware to... Okay, let's try Reines. I don't Reines, I don't know, sorry. Sorry, I cannot pronounce your name correctly, sorry. Because in Italian I can say Reines, but I don't know if it is correct, Reines. Maybe it's Reines Griffiths, I don't know, sorry. Ciao Marco, ci sono anche stasera, anche se in ritardo. Ciao Mattia Faroni. Ciao, welcome Mattia. Can you tell me about FM3 Turbo? I spent, let's say, 1 hour and a half to explain FM3 Turbo. Dear Axons, I cannot start again with this live stream. So you can you can use the scroll bar and start again from the beginning. So you can find all information regarding FM3 Turbo. Okay, Reese. Yes, that's correct. Reese is correct. Thank you so much. I am old, but maybe I have time to learn a bit more in English. Okay. Let me check if there are some other news about the new firmware. You can check on the Fractal Audio forum. So the new firmware contains version beta, okay, version beta, new added Dynacab, okay. The Dynacab blocks now is model operation legacy, and Dynacab's legacy is the previous style operation, Dynacab model, okay. Amp block now features auto Dynacab impedance, okay. If you are interested, I will put a tutorial that I already did for the explanation about Dynacab. The treble shift control tone page of USA 2 C plus model. Okay, add the speaker impedance curve for 2x12 class A silver. Added the 4-band EGM pre typographic EQ. So these are minor improvement and some bug fixes. Okay, so please read all the release notes regarding the new firmware. This is really, really important. I have used X8 before, but changing to FM3. What can you expect from FM3 Extra? So you have a lot of effects, a lot of features. The Dynacab, of course. You have some very nice plex delay that I showed before. This one. and so on. It's only to show you some. Is it stock cab? This is Dynacab. Yes, of course, it is Dynacab. This is okay, I will try to put just a moment. I want to show, if you are interested. Okay, I want to show you the link of my store. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, let me check. Okay, loading the page. Allora, just a moment. Taccate. Okay, and this is my store, if you are interested. Also put the link here. Okay. You always follow me and Leon Todd. Leon Todd is a great guys. Leon is a legend. Sven Andersen. Ciao Marco. Ciao Marco. Maybe it's an improvement for Fractal. I would like to a flat setting beside all the mix simulation, like the boss units. Let me understand. I would like a flat settings beside all the make simulation, like the, I don't know what is it, because in any case you need a microphone. How can you? I don't know what you mean. What does mean flat set? Flat set with the Dynacab, you put the microphone in the center, but it depends on the microphone itself. Not all microphone has the same response. Okay, guys. If you have no other question, of course you can put all the question below the video on the comment. Let me know what do you think about this format. If you like it, if you have specially needs for the time. I don't know. I'm in Italy now. It is 11 o'clock p.m. 11:18. So I know that it's impossible to make it a live stream, because I like live stream, because I can make a lot of interaction with you, your questions, and to react immediately of your demands. And even if my English is not so good, but to me is really nice. So write on the comment what do you think about this format. I would like to schedule this format once 1 month or 2 months. It's up to you. Depends if you like it or not. Without the mic, yes, but without the mic, what do you have, Federico Pari? Without the mic, you have nothing. How can you get the sound of the amp? Cabinet and microphone is together. You cannot separate. I don't know exactly. It's 12:18 in Nairobi. Okay, Axon from. Thank you so much. Jan Flynn, great from Format Thank you so much. With your ears. Yeah, okay. You should have the cabinets with the power amp, the cabinets here, and with using your ears, not with microphone. Okay. Microphone, it is a filter in any case. Microphone is not flat. Thank you so much, Jan Flynn. Thank you so much. Show you what is the sound. This is the sound with the Dynacab, and this is the sound with the impulse response. What do you like more? Let me check if. This is with the Dynacab. Impulse response. Dynacab. Sven like the impulse responses. It could happen. It's not a matter. No, Not all people like the I love Dynacabs more than standard impulse response at the moment. Okay, so X-Zone like the Dynacab. Sven Andersen, if I understand what you mean, I think that you can plug an external cabinet directly from an amp block if you don't want the mic, but with the cab block the mic is present in any case. Exactly. Do you have a AC30? Yes, I have the new top boost preset. I can show you. Maybe I have. Let me check. Top boost is here. See, this is the new, made with Dynacab. This is based on the class A30, is a top the AC30 top booster. Correct for the top booster, but it works. Okay, guys, thank you so much. If you have other questions, please write down on below the video, and I hope this format is like you. Let me know what do you think, and of course, please subscribe to YouTube channel, my channel, and also G66 channel. I say you ciao, have a good night. Now is time to go to bed in Italy. Grazie amici, statemi bene e ci sentiamo alla prossima. Ciao. Thank you so to GC6.